Have you guys ever faked a phone call to get out of an embarrassing situation?
Definitely. I definitely have.
Do you remember what the situation was?
Off the top of my head, not necessarily, but I've had my fill of calling somebody to either be like, I'm sick, I'm so sorry, or hey, I had something come up. Like, I honestly, to be like, be positive about it. It's turned into like a good, like, let me be clear about why I don't want to do this. But also, I've definitely like made a shit up.
But have you like faked a phone call like you're not on the phone?
Oh, like
you're not, like there's nobody on the other line. You're just holding a device up to your ear to get out of an embarrassing situation.
Oh, definitely. Oh my God. Yeah, definitely.
Not to get out of an embarrassing situation, but like if I don't want to talk to someone or I just want to look busy, or if I see someone I know but I don't know them that well, I'm like, I'm on the phone. I'm like, what do you guys usually say when, have you done it?
I feel like I've done it when I want to look busy or like, or like, I don't know. I feel like I've done it like in a waiting room or something. Like, I don't know why.
It's places of a congregation that if I don't know anybody at a party or at a bar, especially, I'm either doing this, I'm scrolling on the phone, or if I'm calling someone, it's an excuse for me to go outside.
Yeah,
just to like give me a reason to go outside instead of wandering.
I gotta take this.
I gotta go. Sorry.
I gotta go.
Do you guys say anything on the phone? I'm always like, well, it's because like when we talk about,
I low-key like go all in. I like make a conversation in my head.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just like, yeah. No, well, okay, yeah.
If something's bothering me that day, I'll be like, yeah, no, I understood you left the oven on, and I need you to figure out and fix it. Because if you don't fix it, the house is going to burn down, and I can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about it if I have a house full of grime and I have nowhere else to live that's clean. So get with it. And then I have to go get eggs and I have to take groceries. You know.
I'm nice in my fake phone calls.
And your fake phone calls? That's funny. And because the reason I thought of about this question is because I was remembering that one time I was out with my friend Danny and his friend, and we were going to that Free Maria's concert. Do you guys remember that? It was like last summer. There was like a Free Maria's concert.
On like the row or whatever, where they have s'mores.
I think so. Yeah. It was like crazy. Yeah. The line was insane. Yeah. And people were just cutting left and right. Like it was kind of like whack. But we were at this part of the line where there was like a gate, and I guess this person's friends were on the other side of the gate. They were like ahead of the line already. And so he was trying to jump the gate, and he jumped maybe like 3 or 4 times. He couldn't make it over.
Like he was too short.
No, like he just like couldn't.
Wasn't athletic.
Like like he just didn't get the momentum to like swing his leg over. Well, he was wearing. You know how the Maria's listeners dress, like with them.
What does that mean?
Like I'm not the all Latino kids like, with the baggy ass pants.
Okay.
That are like
yes. Like baggy pants.
Yeah, they like have to wear a belt, otherwise it'll fall.
I said, literally you can't jump with that.
Exactly, but I'm guilty because I have worn pants that are too big that I wear a belt, and it just looks cool. Anyway, nice. He after he finished jumping, he like stood there and he like got on the phone. He was just like, yeah, like I'm on this. Oh, you guys are over there. Oh, okay. And he like went over.
So you had a suspicion.
No, I knew because I saw his lock screen. when he put the phone to his face.
That's purely for his own, like he was so embarrassed for himself.
Yeah, I felt so bad for him. But me and my friend Danny, his friends, we kind of both looked at each other and we were like, that was fake, huh? He hella faked that.
I would have killed myself if Maria saw me doing
that. But I mean, it was just us. That's all I'm doing. But that's what I thought about that, and I was just like, I need to know if you guys have ever done that.
As embarrassing as it sounds, someone is always watching you.
Yeah, someone is Big Brother.
Well, we talked about it, Gen Z, and always being watched under surveillance.
Good episode. I watched that.
No,
thank you.
Not to flatter.
Cut there.
Flatter my host here.
Not to flatter us. That was a 5-minute cold open, but
Great.
We're good.
That was not 5 minutes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Hand Me Down Podcast. We're your hosts. My name's Natalia.
And I'm Alan.
And we have a very special guest with us today.
Oh, wow.
Hi. Wow. Everybody, let's give a big, warm welcome to D'Angelo.
Hey, everybody.
Woo, woo, woo.
Thanks for having me, guys.
I don't know if I put sounds on these.
Do we want to check?
No. I will be the sound bar today.
Okay, so everybody welcome D'Angelo.
That's cheering.
Thank you.
TV stat.
That's scary.
Could be that too.
The girl from The Ring's gonna come out of that.
Yeah. Well, you guys were listening to the cold open. Did you guys think it was me? Well, audio listeners, did you guys think it was me? Were you guys like, what happened? No, it was our buddy D'Angelo.
What happened? Alan's just talking as two people. And he's
I think you can definitely do that. I think you have that talent.
Oh, thank
Really
you. Voice acting.
Yeah.
Talking to myself.
I think you do it.
That's the
you
talent.
can do it. You can definitely do it. But oh my goodness, thank you, D'Angelo, for joining us
Yeah,
for
thanks
an
for having me.
episode. D'Angelo is our first guest on our second block back from the podcast. So it's very excited. It's very excited. It's very exciting to have another friend join us on the pod today.
Hey.
Natalia, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Who is D'Angelo? What is D'Angelo? Or maybe if you want to answer this question.
I know. I was like, why are you asking me?
I'm curious now. What do you know about me?
I'm like, oh, his name is D'Angelo. He's sitting next to me.
And I'm been dead the whole time.
Ooh.
It is kind of our spooky episode, and we'll find out why, because as we go in deeper.
Yeah.
He teased a little bit about what the episode is.
Do we want to introduce him, or do you want to introduce yourself?
I think D'Angelo should introduce
Yeah,
himself.
I definitely can. So for the, I'm around is what I like to say. I like to do a lot of things, but mainly I was thinking about this today of how I actually introduce myself in non kind of work related ways, but definitely I would classify myself as basically like a designer, comedian. Sounds kind of crazy to say. I act every now and then.
Yeah.
And just trying to do a lot of things in the arts, and I can get in really more specific things about that. And my day job is in like theme park design.
Exactly.
And it's really cool. It's really cool. And I live out here in LA for a lot of those reasons, and a lot of my business is out here. And it's been a cool past few years I've been out here so far. And your roommate, I've been friends with him since high school for like 10 years now.
Shout out Milena.
Yeah.
We love you. She's coming home any minute.
She's coming home any minute, and she won't scare us as bad as she did last
No,
time.
That's so funny.
we'll be prepared.
We'll be prepared. We'll know when she comes.
She's been behind the curtain the entire time. You see a pair of hands come out of the.
Yeah, unless she like parachutes in and surprises us from the back.
Yeah.
She's like, hey guys.
Hey everybody. We went to high school together. We've been friends from up in the Bay.
Yeah.
And I've stayed pretty close, and I met you lovely people through her.
Oh, thank you.
So happy to be here.
I think that you are our first guest who isn't Latino.
Oh, come on, representation.
Representation.
Yeah. Well, I can debate it, but go on.
Well, no, go ahead.
Cousin.
Debate it, yeah.
Cousins by colonization.
Cousins by colonization.
Same
In a way.
colonizer.
Yeah.
Same colonizers. We have similar words. We say tia for aunt, but you guys say
Similar religion,
Do you guys
similar
also say
food
tia?
sometimes.
We get what do we say for aunt? I'll look that up later. I guess my mind goes to Lola. We get a lot of Lola.
okay.
But that's more like grandma. That's like Lola and this is bad. I should figure this out. Yeah.
a lot of like similar words, similar foods.
Tita.
Tita. Okay, yeah, because tia and then tita.
Tita,
very
tito.
similar. Just an example.
Yeah.
We can go into like a whole like side tangent. But yeah, he's our cousin.
Yay! I appreciate being a cousin in a cousin-esque relationship culturally, and it's very fun.
A cultural cousin.
Yeah.
Aw,
Yeah.
CC, cute couple.
CC. That's so funny.
But I think the reason why I'm really excited to talk to you, not speaking for Natalia here, Natalia can have her own reasons. But I think you our show is a lot about like diversity and underrepresentation and historically underrepresented groups. Sometimes we're also just laughing about stuff. But I think your interests, your hobbies, your lines of work, your passions are things that are sometimes a little bit different but similar to kind of where we want, which is kind of like entertainment, right?
Oh, totally.
Like
totally.
in that industry, no matter what it is, like theme park design is still entertainment, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest
Yeah.
theme parks are Disney, Universal, entertainment conglomerates,
Yeah.
right? But also with like theater and improv, like it's all that circle, and it's sometimes stuff that we're not super tapped into.
Yeah.
I like theme parks a lot, but you're on a whole different other level, which I find very fascinating. So that's why I think we thought you would be a great guest.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
I think you're funny. That's why.
Good, because I didn't mention that.
Yeah, so I've seen, as D'Angelo was explaining a little bit about himself, I'm just like, he's just an all-around creative guy. I think that's a lot of fun to have here. I've seen his improv shows, so much fun, so funny. Definitely. I mean, we'll give him a shout out at the end of the episode as well, or if you want to shout
right
out
now.
Oh God, right now I can plug some things
into this camera, our only camera.
right there. Hi, is that my camera's over there? No. I do improv around LA and kind of in the specifically musical improv, which is we can probably touch on that a little bit later, but playing around like in random indie theaters around Hollywood, and also Upright Citizens Brigade, which is in Hollywood as well. I did a lot of classes there, and I've been doing some shows there, which is really cool. And just I like to stay busy with shows. It's very on a few teams, and there's a lot of really cool people that I'm involved with in the community, and it's a great it's even more than a hobby now, but it's really very fulfilling to do.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think your show was definitely my first musical improv show.
Me too.
And I remember
it was my first improv show.
Yeah,
Hey.
like I remember asking Milena,
First
I was
everything.
just like, it's all improvised, and she was like, yeah, and I was like, even like the musician, she's like, yeah. Like, and the lyrics, yeah. And the melody, yeah.
And the humor, yeah.
Yeah. So
Crazy.
I was like, fuck. So it's always so much fun to watch you and your teams.
Thanks.
Which I want to get into, but first let's break down the episode.
Let's break down the episode.
And then we'll catch up, and then we'll go back to that.
Yes.
I'm like itching to get into it. So first off, we're going to catch up, all three of us. And then we are going to go into the lack of diversity in improv in the theater world, and kind of just what that's like. And then our second topic is going to be about haunts, right? Like talking about these haunts, not because there's like home haunts, and then there's like actual like
theme park big
budget haunts, which I think is something that's always been an interest of mine, although I've never gone to one, because every single time I want to go to one
day
there is something.
Get you to one day.
Something that happens.
I'm always like, hey, Alan, we're thinking of going to a haunt this day. Are you free? He's just like, I have XYZ to do. And I'm like, of course you do that day.
Yeah,
like,
it's insane. I always feel like it's been robbed from me. But anyways, how are we doing?
Feeling good. Really excited. Happy to start discussing. Got a lot of thoughts on both of those things. And
how was your week? How was your day?
How's my week? My day? Pretty good. I work from home sometimes, so that was today, and it was a lot of catching up. I was decorating my apartment for Halloween.
Okay.
So I got a party coming up.
Home hunt.
Doing all
A
that.
home
So
hunt.
putting up some cobwebs today, and I put up some. I got a new coffee table at Goodwill that's really nice, and that matches my apartment more. And a rug. So that was fun.
We went to your party last year, and it was very beautifully decorated. I was like, whoa. Like, not even just like Halloween wise, but just like interior design wise.
Thank you so much.
Like,
I've been to two
really
of
well.
your Halloween parties, and in both of them, I've taken selfies in the bathroom because the bathroom always looks so cool.
I really appreciate that. I brought back the orange lights. I usually hang like orange Halloween lights on around the mirror. And it's a selfie spot. I think a good party has zones, and those zones include photo ops.
Exactly.
You
And the
heard it here
bathroom is
first,
one of
folks.
them. It's got those spooky orange lights, and you can just take a good old spooky dookie.
Yeah.
I know.
That's every day. Every day at my place.
That's what makes a good party, is if you can take a spooky dookie.
Yeah, that was me today, though. That was just me.
beautiful. Wonderful. How have you been, Natalia?
I've been good. I've been kind of like on a nostalgia hunt, as I always am, as if you know me. This week's nostalgia hunt was old virtual world games such as Club Penguin, and Moshi Monsters.
Pop Tropica.
Pop Tropica I didn't look into, but that would be...
So what did you do? Did you like go on a server, or were you like...
so there's servers. I found out there were servers.
Yeah.
Thank you, YouTube.
Fan run servers.
That my YouTube recommended was just like, Club Penguin's still alive.
Yeah.
And I was like...
I brought up Club Penguin last week.
in
in a conversation with some coworkers. Yeah.
You should make a Club Penguin and add me. My username is Big World.
yeah. I think I knew that.
because my usernames are always Lil Nat Big World.
Yeah.
But that one was too long for a Club Penguin username.
Do you have a Puffle yet?
So, do I have a Puffle? No. I was still because they make you do the tutorial first, and my MacBook gets like really overheated. Like if I just have Safari open, so I was playing that, and then my girlfriend was like, "Oh my God, do you remember Moshi Monsters?" And I was like, "Oh my God, yeah." She's like, "Actually, I have like the desktop version." And I was like, "There's a desktop version?" And there is. And I literally was having crazy moments of like, "Oh my God, I haven't seen this in years." Did you look up what it was?
I've seen this. I've never played it.
I played the DS version.
Yeah,
there's
a DS version here. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What's the objective of this game?
It's just a virtual world, and you make your little monster. You go and you make friends on the street. You play games. You gather rocks. It's kind of like and you have to make sure that your monster is like healthy and like eating there's like a whole bunch of shit that you do.
It's like real life.
Yeah, it's like
a Tamagotchi.
Yeah, it's like a virtual pet. Essentially, that one's more of a virtual pet. Club Penguin is more of like
capitalism.
Yeah.
In a way.
Get a job.
Yeah.
Make
get a Puffle
really big. Yeah, some
outfits.
Status. Yeah, but and then that's what I've been doing. Club Penguin and Moshi Monsters were the first times that I pretended to be a boy so that I could flirt with girls.
Period.
I remember that very vividly. Did you do that this time?
No. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna flirt with anybody. I have a girlfriend.
A bunch of kids on that website too, so that'd be crazy.
That's what it was like. Because on Moshi
adults
Monsters,
only?
if you not like it's not exclusively for adults, but in Moshi Monsters, if you hover over somebody, it tells you their age, and they're all 20 to 25 year olds.
Yeah,
so I'm like, we're all just there like,
the good old days.
The good old days of Moshi Monsters.
You know what I was gonna say when you brought that up about nostalgia?
What?
I was gonna be like, isn't it interesting? I'm like, I feel like every time you've brought up nostalgia, you've never talked about toys.
Oh.
And that's like a huge market now is like adults buying toys. Like I feel like they're the people keeping the toy market up.
Really?
Yeah. It's like just people reliving their childhood or buying stuff that they couldn't when they were kids.
Yeah.
And then you brought up digital toys.
Okay, but now I'm curious, like, what are some examples? Because I feel like I can't.
Yeah, I mean, first thing that pops in my head is more obviously like Legos are definitely more just because they're so expensive.
Yeah.
Like I know more adults that have Legos than, I mean, I don't know many children, but you know.
I don't know that many kids.
I don't know that many kids, but I find more adults that I know who have Legos because they grew up with them. And they're just a lot more, because it's so expensive too.
Yeah.
You can have more of an access to that. I guess if you're older, and obviously not everybody does, but that's the first thing that comes to mind. Or I don't know, like
Hot Wheels. A lot of it is collecting sometimes.
Oh, okay, like
Hot
collectibles.
Wheels or Barbies or low key. I would fuck up a Hot Wheels track. I kind of want that.
Yeah.
I want to play with that.
It lives in a similar world that Legos do for me, and like Minecraft does, where it's very like buildy, but then it has the track layout of it all is so cool to me, and I used to play with those a lot.
Do you ever play with Hot Wheels?
I feel like those were boys' toys.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Boys.
Those are for boys.
So I never played with dollies.
Yeah.
I played with dollies.
I played with dollies.
I'll get to that later, but go on.
Later,
yeah, in like 5 years. I had a collection of Universal Monsters themed dolls that I got from a family friend.
Cum dolls.
Yeah, literally cum dolls.
You can't just say cum dolls and not explain what it.
Classic Universal Monsters. If
Cum
you
dolls.
abbreviate it, it's cum.
Yeah.
Classic joke.
I used to play with cum dolls.
It was specifically a Frankenstein's monster, a Bride of Frankenstein, and a Lon Chaney Phantom of the Opera, which is the shirt I'm wearing right now.
Yo.
And
Full circle.
But the funniest thing too, for the Phantom of the Opera, he's like a freaky, ugly looking guy. If you like took the clothes off, the like body was super ripped because it was like a Ken doll, and then the face was like this hideous like skull face.
Beautiful.
Core memory.
So
Gotta
they were
put a
like,
bag over his head.
Yeah.
that's funny. They were like Barbie doll, like hard plastic dolls.
They were like Barbie dolls.
Okay, I don't know why I thought you meant like plushies for some reason. I was like, that's so cute.
They have those now. They have a lot of those nowadays, but yeah, those were like classic, like collectible Barbie dolls.
Wow.
And they were really nice, and they're in my mom's storage somewhere. I gotta find them.
I guess I did play with dolls.
Like action figures, as they
Yeah.
would
I
say.
had Spider-Man.
Yeah, me too.
Spider-Man.
I had a Green Goblin.
Aw. That's so fun. Well, maybe I gotta look into collecting physical trinkets.
Not yet. Now we're talking about toys. Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
God forbid a person have interests.
Let us know down below whether you're watching on an audio platform or on YouTube. What toys did you play with and which ones do you miss? Oh, there's a little kiss for you from D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Alan has to make the sound effect.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god! in the headphones is frightening.
He puts some like voice into that. I thought you were gonna go like.
Oh,
That's good.
Because I was like, it needs to be like a sound effect, right?
I love going.
So let's run down the sound effects that we've unlocked. And then okay, then you guys won't get kisses anymore.
Oh no, I want kisses.
Say less.
I want kisses.
Everybody in the audience is like, no. I'll be good.
Oh dear God.
That means we got 2 sound effects left.
2 sound effects.
So you better this better have sound like actual sounds. Like eventually you need. Yeah, honestly, just rip these. They're perfect.
We should have a recording session of just Alan making sound effects.
This is the Allen board.
Yeah, no, and I'm down. I'm not even kidding.
I know you're not.
I'm gonna write that down.
Alan makes sound effects.
Alan makes boom booms.
Alan makes boom booms. He gives us a boom or a doom.
Doom.
Doom. Boom.
My faves.
How are you doing, Alan?
Yeah.
I am doing good. I just got back from New York on Friday after being there for a little bit over a week. It was fun. First time there. First time on the East Coast. First time in New York.
Nice.
Had a great time. Did kind of smell, but it's okay.
City.
I liked the public transportation a lot. I saw my first Broadway show, which I was very excited about. Death Becomes Her. If you guys haven't seen it, D'Angelo actually recommended it.
And I very much appreciate you taking the recommendation. I'm very flattered. It's all because of me. No, it's a fantastic show. It's so funny.
It was really good.
Great movie too. If you've never seen the movie, it's with Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn and Bruce Willis. So stacked
Great
cast.
cast.
Robert Zemeckis directed it too.
I did see that, and I was like, directed Back to the Future.
Yeah.
And Forrest Gump. So he's got a lot of bangers, except for recently.
Yeah.
Recently, he did like that movie with Tom Hanks where he like ages and the camera stays in one position the whole movie.
I saw that. Yeah. It
wasn't very good.
I don't remember the name of that.
But it was weird. He likes to do a lot of like technological, like advanced things. Like he likes to see what's next with technology when filmmaking. Anyways, that's me. Maybe I'll have some more yapping to do.
Yeah. Did you enjoy the vibe in New York? It's very different from out here in California. Very different.
Okay, so I went there first for a couple of days with my girlfriend to vacation. Lovely. Then I went for work.
Oh, okay.
So I got to see both sides, like a touristy side and kind of like there for work.
Yeah.
And like working there.
Yeah.
And I was like, it is very different. LA is just so much more chill.
Over there's like
Totally.
go, right?
Go, grind, like, here's more chill. which is what I have to say. I don't know what else. I will say that like, I feel like I do 100% love West Coast hours for working. And then just like in general, I feel like I was getting hella FOMO. I was like, you guys still have the sun out there. It's over here. It's all dark already.
Damn.
But yeah, I mean, what differences do you see? Those were like the ones that to me.
I mean, I've born and raised California, and I definitely try to go out to New York a lot. I lived down on Long Island for almost a year when I was very small. I was like 1 or 2, but not enough to like actually remember it and claim being a New Yorker. But it's enough where I'm like, I'd love to go back. No, New York is really cool. Like you said, the hustle and bustle is so like classic city, and you can get around so easily. I love it for like a city vacation because there's so much to do and so much to see.
100%.
But yeah, I wouldn't really personally, at least in this moment, want to live there because of how kind of crazy it is, and there's just so much and very on the go and very grind mindset, like you said. At least with LA, just because everything's so spread out, I feel like I can escape from, craziness every now and then.
Yeah, there's nooks and crannies. I guess I've also never been to New York, but I've always been so curious about the food scene
Ooh.
because it just sounds.
The food was
looks
delicious.
incredible.
I had amazing food there. Like almost every single meal was a banger. 10.
You can find everything from all over the world there, and it's sometimes people complain, but I'm like, where are you looking? Like, there's so much culture. Like, it's New York. Yeah, there's so much like cultural foods there, and it's crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, if I ever go to New York, it's gonna be like a food tour. Like, just that's what I'm gonna spend my time doing.
No, and you should.
And money.
And you should.
Yeah.
I think that's where your money's well spent. And the show.
Agreed.
Exactly. So if you want to contribute to
Natalia's New York fun.
my New York trip fun, go ahead and drop a like, comment, subscribe, send me money, whatever you want to do, and let's go to New York. Well, I'll go to New York and then I'll show you.
We'll make it happen. Make a vlog out of it.
We'll make a vlog out of it.
No, that'd be so fun.
New York.
Okay, great transition. Talking about Broadway, talking about that show. Me and my girlfriend sat down in the orchestra, and I look around, and I feel like me and her were the only Latinos there.
It was freezing. It's like being on the in Antarctica. Snow.
And I'm like, where are the other people of color? And we saw maybe 2-3 black people and like maybe one Asian person.
And the audience members.
The audience members.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And the rest was a sea of white.
And then throw a little wrinkle on there. Anyone over 50.
Yes. 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 So I was just like, I mean, I love this, but I wish it was
That's what it's like.
more accessible, which we've talked about before. How we always thought that I mean, it was my first time seeing any like big budget show because it's just always kind of been expensive, and like movies are expensive too, but like I've gone to the movie theater, you know, it's a different thing. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe if I was exposed to theater younger, maybe I would have been more of a theater kid, but.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it definitely comes from, accessibility is the biggest thing, and I talk about this constantly. At least like you said, like you were saying, Alan, with movies, and specifically too with LA where we live, just the medium of it and how it's evolved over the century is a lot more accessible, and has been people can get access to that in their own city or their own town. But especially with theater, especially with like Broadway musicals, it's so obviously centered around New York City. So you have the geographical, making that the center. And then the price point has always just been the biggest thing for me. And again, especially as a theater person, and I love it so much, that holds back myself, but also a lot of people. And on that one hand, it's kind of the worst. But on the other hand, there's a lot of great work from artists to try and combat that, at least, because it's very, it's a capitalist, like, evil cranking machine.
Yeah.
So from the inside of that, like in the New York Broadway world, from my limited knowledge of it, lots of artists at least try to either put up their own work or at least do ticket discounts for specific groups of people, which I've seen every now and then, like Hamilton student discounts. Plays sometimes do Black Theater Nights. But that also comes with what shows are being put on, what creators are putting them on.
Yeah.
And like you said, their audience is very old and very white. So sometimes a show that isn't successful on Broadway doesn't necessitate the quality of the show. Like, sometimes it just doesn't work for that audience because they're boring. Yes. And they don't get it.
I mean, I think, and I don't know if this is true anymore, but I remember who ran at least the Hollywood box office, so movies. Mm-hmm. Who were these studios trying to get into those seats?
Yeah.
Teenage boys. Teenage boys were their bread and butter. They were the ones going to the theater and buying the tickets. So I feel like there was an era where it's a lot of those movies were for teenage boys. Avengers, right? You're seeing all this stuff. I think for Broadway, it's white old people.
Oh, totally. Well, they have the money to do it, and especially in a city in Manhattan, it's they're shilling out $200-$300 for orchestra seats, and it's crazy expensive. I will say too, though, I only recently started doing rush tickets in New York, and they're a lifesaver.
Really?
Because you can get really good seats last minute for $40, and all the time you'll see younger people doing that, and just like you get funny. Like it sounds like crazy to say this. You do find the diversity up in the balcony still to this very day. It's by price point now, but that's always fun though when you're kind of you can feel that energy. And LA theater is very different. That's a whole other podcast. But obviously being around LA theater more, you can see more of the attempts to broaden and appeal to a different number of people. So
interesting. Yeah. I think I think I have seen big waves of change coming, but I mean, like anything, it's gonna take some time.
Yeah.
Natalia, did you have anything about theater before we move on with theater?
Yeah. I mean, because for me, what I always thought about is just like how old of an art form that theater is. And then right now,
True.
when you said like, oh, like it'll come with time, like this evolution, I'm like,
It's been time.
There's been some time. We've been waiting.
I guess you're right.
But you know, I've never gone to see like a Broadway show, obviously because of geographical location and money. But also like I never even really looked into it. If y'all don't mind me asking, how much is an average Broadway ticket?
It really depends, honestly. I would, if I think about it, I would say depending on how like popular the show is, how new it is, because like at least nowadays it's like everything in the world, it's so much more expensive now. But for today's standards, it's roughly about like $80 to like $500. The range is absurd.
I got my tickets for $160 each.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
And
it's still pricey.
Like I think, like you said, it depends on the show. I saw some for Wicked. Like the lowest price was $200 for Wicked,
and that's post movie too. They blew up post movie.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's just like it really depends what you see and what you can catch.
Yeah, that's always interesting. So I guess like, I mean, not a total comparison, but kind of like concerts, like musical artists.
Very
like a concert.
Great comparison.
Yeah. Okay. I definitely want to see a Broadway show. Maybe I'll start with one of the smaller ones. One of the ones that are like, but because I've always had an interest in that, like just like the live performances is something that I've always
there really is
enjoyed.
Nothing like seeing it.
Yeah, like a
there.
live
and like
performance.
when they have special effects or cool shit like that, I'm like eating it up.
There's something special too with like. Because I love when tours come to town. Like I'm always going to see the national tours out in the Pantages here. I bought the pass for this coming season. So if you guys if you want to go, let me know. I have tickets. Genuinely, like I'll take you guys. They have a fun little group of shows this coming season. It starts in November. But like I love seeing tours when they come around. But like you're saying, Alan, there's something special with Broadway because a lot of the big musicals there are built for a specific theater and have like. You can only see certain effects there, like with the trap doors or like the pyro or certain like the size. Even the size of the theaters aren't technically that big. They're a lot smaller than even movie theaters out here. Like they're little, and pretty much every seat is pretty close to the stage, and it's not like you're not going through a stadium. You know, you can see everyone's expressions, and it feels a lot more intimate.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, because I can only imagine like how loud you have to be as an actor, as a performer.
Oh yeah. They didn't have mics until like the 70s.
Really?
Yeah, they would be that loud enough to carry across. So that's what they call it. Singing to the back row. You literally have to.
Insane.
To sing to the back row.
That's so funny. That's just. I mean, right now I'm just remembering the SNL skit with Jack Black.
Yeah.
And it was like the first. Have you seen it? It's like the first ever theater performance or whatever. And it's like they bring a group of people. I forget where they are. I think they're supposed to be in like in the Roman era or something like that.
Greece or something.
Greece or something like that. And it's just like the SNL cast is trying to perform like as live theater, and he's just like, I am but a humble this and that, and Jack Black is like, no you're not, you're lying, and like the audience is just like so confused. And I'm like,
this isn't real.
They're like, this isn't real. They're like so confused.
The start of theater, like the concept of theater.
The concept, like the concept of theater. And it's just so that one is so funny. The SNL skit.
But I enjoyed it heavily, and I think it's something that I do want to do more of in the future. If money, what is that like? If money allows,
definitely money pending.
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to say, but like with money.
If I can add really quick too, money is definitely one of the biggest things. Obviously not just as like watching theater and as an audience member, but also as a participator or like a creator.
Yes.
Like that's the biggest, like just like in film and other forms of entertainment, like a lot of stuff relies on that. And that, like I said, that crazy system to like churn out things, where whenever you can get new work or like diverse work, it's such a godsend, and it's like, oh, thank God you can see something finally, or like see yourself on stage, and it's like, oh God, I can talk about so many things recently about that, but I'm not going to because it'll make me upset.
It is interesting how you say like the people who are going to be buying these tickets are older white people.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe some of these shows are already set to fail, like that are with a more diverse cast, right?
Oh my gosh,
they're already
absolutely
set to fail because obviously, if the tickets are at this price, if all the stuff is this price.
The cats are scratching.
Oh, the cats.
Us again.
Yeah. Flashback trauma.
They're thinking about Cats the musical.
They're like, we have things to say.
But it's just like their reasoning is going to be like, well, that audience doesn't come to the theater. Why should we give them stuff, right?
The same stuff you hear constantly.
Yeah, but it's just like, well... Because it's expensive, bro. Come on.
Yeah. What is it? Was it Real Women Have Curves? Was adapted into a Broadway musical?
Yeah.
And what is it? Ian saw it and he really enjoyed it, but it didn't last on Broadway that long because it didn't get any Tony noms, and it just obviously wasn't playing to. It was a beautiful. I wish I got to see it, but it has great music. I listened to some of the songs, and it's a beautiful, movie. It's a beautiful story.
Yeah.
Very, very relevant story too, and it takes place in L.A. The show was they had a really gorgeous scenic design, but it didn't last on Broadway for that long at all, and. You just hear the same talking points of people being like, "Oh well, it's just not like can't relate to it."
Yeah,
it's not for you. Not for you.
Because it was Real Women Have Curves was a stage play first, right? And then
I didn't know that.
It was a play first, and then it was a movie, and then I'm assuming it got adapted to.
Yeah, and that was the musical on Broadway.
But. I mean, even when I was watching the movie, I was like, this feels like a play, and then I looked into it, and then we did an episode on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
and
yes.
So that's a great movie, and I feel like I don't know if people were arguing that they couldn't relate to it. I think it's like if it was pretty like universal. I feel like
I think a lot of those. I think a lot of themes are universal.
Yeah, a lot of
that's
the
what people are just
universal.
like, well, because they're brand, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
It's like
everybody has a mom.
Yeah, everybody.
No way.
Right? Like, I mean,
like, everybody can relate. Like, no matter what your race or ethnic background is like, there's gonna be somebody who can relate to having this mom who is so like,
or a parent,
or a parent that
right?
like really puts all of their insecurities on you, and like you take that on and stuff. And it's like, and that's what frustrates me about like people saying that they specifically with Real Women Have Curves, but I'm sure applied to other plays and Broadway shows. They're like, oh, I just like can't see myself like that, and it's like, well, how do you think we feel? Seeing all of this, like all the movies that we've seen, the shows that we've seen, and stuff like that. It's all blonde hair, blue eyed people,
and we still relate.
And
I still fuck with Spider-Man.
It drives me up the wall that their default is white, and I'm like, it's still like that. Well, it's not my default. I won't go too much about this really quick, but in Asian world. There's a beautiful show that won the Tony Award for Best Musical this year called Maybe Happy Ending, and I got to see it in New York, and it's a gorgeous show about two like out of commission robot helpers set in South Korea, and they're kind of in like stockyards and like apartment complexes, and they're like, oh, I'm powering down. It's very cute, almost like a Pixar-esque rom-com type musical. Gorgeous music, great set design, great acting, great songs. But it predominantly casted, the majority of the cast, except one guy, is all Asian actors. And you never see, like, for us, we got Miss Saigon and The King and I. And they're both generations apart, and both of those shows are racist. But I have some soft spots for them, but still, it's like, you grasp at straws to get representation like that. Yeah. But then recently, the lead actor, who was Darren Criss, if you know Glee, and among other things, and Star Kid, he was the main leading man in that, and he's Filipino, and he's the first Filipino to win Best Actor at the Tony Awards this year, which was really cool. And I was like,
I got goosebumps when you said that.
Philippines. And he was fantastic in the role, and he's coming back in November. But there was a huge controversy because he left, and they announced his replacement, and it was a little white guy, and who happens to be the boyfriend of the leading actress. And he's a great actor, but it's very like, oh, come on. Yeah. And there was a huge controversy with the creatives because up into the Tony Awards, they were really adamant about being like, even though the story is not explicitly about AAPI people, it's like, very much a show branded like that because we want to showcase our actors. And then they immediately stepped it back after everyone was getting upset about this casting announcement and posted like a little like Instagram paragraph. And we were like, well, we actually meant creatively that the robots can represent all people. And our workshop started with all people doing it. And we're like, okay.
Like the notes apologies.
It's literally, it was a notes apology screenshot. It was very well graphic designed to match the branding. But I wanted to bring that up because it was a very, it was going all over like theater Twitter, I guess, or just theater. It's been discourse so far.
Yeah.
And again, not to knock the actor, he's a great actor, but it's like, come on, your first replacement's a white guy.
Yeah.
Lame, boring.
Yeah.
Next.
Next. Yeah.
So,
But real quick before we move on to the haunts, I want to know very similar vibes, but with the improv world.
yeah.
I feel like improv, from what I know about it, is very white as well. So why did you choose to go into improv, maybe knowing that or maybe not knowing that? And what has your experience been like as a person of color in this space?
Yeah, no, I've always itched to talk about this specific thing because it's very kind of a niche, like navigating a like improv and like musical improv space as a person of color is very like niche of an experience to talk about. But honestly, in the last year, I've been super grateful and been very like excited because just over the last year, I've been diving into a lot of musical improv shows and just meeting a lot of new people, doing new teams. There was a musical improv festival for the first time this year, which was super fun, and it's a very small but very like close community, and it's a lot of awesome people. But for context too, comedy has been, like you said, a very whoa. That was my shortening of white and male, whale.
Whale.
That's good.
That's the third sound.
Third sound.
I speak in efficiency.
Ooh. I was trying to do a whale.
Add it to the button, but
that was a ghost whale.
it's a very white male dominated space, like every fucking thing. I don't know if I can curse, but it's like everything.
We curse like sailors on this podcast. Me, probably.
SpongeBob episode. But just at least through college, it was very obvious. I went to Cal Poly Sloan. That's a very white school as well. And speaking to friends of mine as well, like prior to I think COVID, that was still very much the case. But since like the improv scene in LA at least has gone back up from people I've known and just being in it for like about 2 years. There's been such a great push for just more faces and more opportunities. And at a certain point, a lot of us just get sick of there not being opportunities, so we just make them ourselves. So there's like, I have a lovely friend I want to shout out. Her name's Marielle, and she runs a collective. Sounds like a cold, but it's not. I promise. It's a collective of musical improvisers called Plush Pony Club. Obviously playing off of Pink Pony Club, but it's a collection of improvisers who do musical improv shows that are POC performers and queer performers and everything in between. And it's she likes to throw shows together and just make a space for people. And I've just got to meet so many amazing friends of mine who I also that also navigate the spaces, and it makes just talking about it so much more fun and more easy, and we can laugh about it and make comedy about it. So.
Do you think that social media has played a big role in, and I guess specifically TikTok, and like introducing people to improv and like comedy and just like seeing that as a way to pursue, or as a thing to pursue, right?
Oh, absolutely. There's so much more access now, and classically, when you see someone who looks like you're doing it, it's like, shit, I can do that too.
Yeah.
I mean, I love SNL's been very behind on stuff. Like what else is new? But I love to tout about Dropout. If you guys haven't heard about them, they're great.
My brother loves Dropout.
Yeah, they're a great comedy channel. It was College Humor back in the day on YouTube, and then they rebranded and are their own streaming service. And I have encountered a lot of those people in my time in the LA improv scene, and they're a great kind of like group of folks that also is very adamant about diversity in their spaces as well. And it's just it's cool to see, and it makes you feel more invigorated to perform and more energized to like put groups together. Like I'm trying to get my Asian group together, and it's hard because we're all busy, but it's like there's little pockets of those. There's a great team I love called The Seasoning. That's a POC musical group that I'm itching to get them on my shows that I host with my team. And yeah, it's definitely still a road to go up, but it's definitely like, I talk to friends who have been doing it longer than I have, and they're like, oh God, even 10 years ago, it was like not even like this. Yeah, not at all.
I feel like that's what I've been seeing a lot of too. Natalia, is there a question you need to ask?
No, I was just like, okay.
No, I'm like, because I have one more. how do you handle making jokes about yourself or kind of like about your people, right? To sometimes a predominantly white audience.
That's the thing, Cap. I don't. Yeah, honestly, I don't really much for a wide audience, especially if I literally look out into the crowd. The times I've only really felt comfortable doing that is in front of an Asian or a PSC audience, which we don't do that many shows for a full audience like that. But yeah, it just depends on the situation. I'm also very much like, you can honestly joke about anything you want. Like, I don't think there's, for me at least, as D'Angelo, it's like people get so up in arms about like joking about things, but I know it's like if you get the vibe, you get it.
Yeah,
it's like, are you funny? Great. Is it making me laugh? Great. It can be a little dark, but I don't know.
I feel like that's what it is to me. I'm like, I feel like I would have trouble because I feel like a lot of my humor is not based in my Latinidad, but like. Right, that's a huge part of who I am.
Absolutely,
so I feel like those jokes would have to be like that, but I'm like, they wouldn't hit with these people.
they wouldn't hit with them, or they would laugh at it, and you're like, that's icky. I don't like that.
To laugh with me.
Yeah. You have to get it. This isn't for you. Isn't for you. Deal with that.
What would your message be to people who haven't given improv a chance because they might deem it cringe, or like there is a very like, as much as I've seen like a lot of POC people do improv and kind of try to have these improv communities like on TikTok or whatever. I've also seen people make fun of these improv people, right?
Oh, it's hilarious. It's so funny.
And it's probably usually improv people making fun of improv.
Totally.
But what would you say to people to like bring them in and maybe bring them into your shows or bring them into like these spaces so that, like as much as it's nice to feel at home with like your improv group, but it's also nice to feel the audience, right?
Yeah.
And have that be also as diverse as it can be.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I always tell, especially the people I know who don't, and again, because I do a lot of musical improv shows, it's a very different beast than, like, I like to call it cisgendered improv. A lot of people call it that now. We have cisgendered, more boring talking improv, and then there's musical improv, which is more fun and more gay. No, it's great. I like to tell people, if you're just looking to have a good time and you're just kind of, you can either turn your brain off or like lock in and like look for something fun. And I think especially with kind of in the word general audiences, musical's a great show to come to because a lot of audiences are pretty easily impressed and aren't necessarily looking for like the most like
dummies.
They're stupid, and it's like what's funny and what's the game about the scene? Now you're singing and making stuff up. It looks really cool. So I just think I as a performer make space for everybody, or at least attempt to as much as I can. And I just think that everyone's always welcome at these. And if people don't feel that way, then I'm like, who do I have to beat up? Like, it's a great community, so I really like it. And that's just LA. There's Chicago, New York. There's improv in a lot of places.
Yeah, and I also, as an audience member of D'Angelo's shows, and musical improv has just been such a blast. I think I've gone to a couple of your shows, and it's just always so fun. And I literally it's one of those experiences where you walk out, you're just like, what was your favorite song? You try to Dora recap it.
Yeah. And I genuinely don't. I'm trying to get better at remembering things post show because usually it just kind of gets dumped out the back.
Black out.
I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I know what I'm doing, but I'm like, I don't know what's going on after.
Well, it's a lot of fun, and we were so excited that we got to tap into that expertise and knowledge of yours. And now we'll move on to the second spooky topic, because the first spooky topic was diversity.
Ooh, DEI.
Yeah.
DEI.
I hate DEI. No, I'm just kidding.
You better
don't even informagate.
Don't even informate.
I was trying to.
So now we're going to dive into a little bit about haunts, because we know that you are a giant theme park person. So we want to know, we want you to give the audience a spiel. What are haunts? Like in a nutshell, how would you explain them?
Absolutely. Thank you for opening the flood doors. To your earlier question, Alan, I like to say to people that I live at the crossroads of a lot of cringe things, which I'm at a certain point, I don't care. Exactly. I like what I like, and I don't need to hear it from others. If you're not into this, then back up. I don't have time for you. I'm on a mission.
It's very interesting though, guys. I swear.
But haunts, in the English dictionary. Yeah, so haunts, as most people know it, kind of live under the description of kind of like haunted house mazes that people usually walk through, and there's actors or like animatronics, and they're scaring you. And there's a huge wide range of what they can be. And it's to what we were talking about earlier. It's just kind of a version of theater. But they can range from home haunts where people just put them up in their driveways every Halloween, or they can go all the way to sort of like major theme parks, like Universal Studios does Halloween Horror Nights every year, and you have really big like movie set level walkthrough experiences. So it's a great medium that you don't really hear about much in entertainment spaces, and just because I love everything spooky, it's a niche that I've kind of fallen into very slowly, and I really love it. So.
Yeah, where did your love for this, or where did you like find out, like, hey, I'm kind of into this? Because I feel like I'm also, like I said at the beginning of the episode, I feel like I was very much into it, and I feel like I have specific moments where I'm like, yes, okay, I do remember very much liking this, but what was that for you?
Honestly, I don't know, but I do have an answer. But I had been scared of them for years,
really,
up until I was 22. Like, wow. And I still get scared of them, but I wouldn't step foot into a Halloween event or a haunted house maze up until I was 22, and I first went to Halloween Horror Nights when I moved out here.
Really,
genuinely, and like I was into the art of it and the creative of it, but once I finally did it, I was like, oh, I get it. Like I've been able to convert a few friends recently over the last 2 years, and there's a literal moment that happened for me and happens for so many other people where it just clicks, and you're like, oh, I want to keep doing this every year.
It's like your pupils get dilated, your bloodstream goes.
Yeah, and it's such a cool. It's like a really fun feeling to get like freaked out like that now, and it's especially paired in with a lot of cool stuff where it's like a movie I really like, getting scared by that character, or it's just like a crazy thing you're walking through design wise, but. Yeah, very recently, to a lot of people's surprise when I tell them.
So you like the thrill aspect, or do you like more of the like creativeness behind it, or which one was first, which one was second?
Ooh, definitely, I would say creative is first, and first and foremost in my mind, just because I have my background in like theater set design, and that's the part that interests me the most. And I think you can get a lot of the scares out of the design. I mean, the design is the whole thing. So that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I remember. As a kid, very much loving to decorate. And I wouldn't have a budget because my parents were like, why are you going to spend money on those decorations? But I'm like, but I want to see what our house can look like if it was fucked up.
Heck yeah.
I have a vision.
But like, I was never like rich enough to like get these animatronics, because I know there's like, that's a huge community of like,
I love that,
specific like spirit animatronics, and like people collect those. But I remember on the Travel Channel, they would have like the top 10, 20 haunted houses in America.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like decoration haunted houses? Or?
Yes, but like sometimes those, but it was mostly like in fucking Kansas. Yeah. There's this like a business that like makes one badass haunted house.
Okay.
There's a lot of those scattered around America.
Yes.
We honestly, we have it very lucky in California.
Yeah.
I like to say California is, specifically SoCal, is the capital of like Halloween stuff. And if not that, then like Salem, Massachusetts.
Salem, not Florida.
Florida has Halloween Horror Nights out there, but that's like the one
That's
thing.
about it.
Like
But
we
it
have
was
so
like-
much out here.
The birthplace of it was California, right? It was
I would say so. I don't
not
know.
Scary Farm, I think.
Yeah. Definitely not Scary Farm, but that show's great, and I definitely contributed.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, like just like everything that goes behind it, but it's a really great show. Talking about that, what are your opinions about? And this is a hot button issue in the haunt community about Mckamey Manor.
Oh God! Oh,
do you know? Do you know about
I
Mckamey
don't know what Mckamey Manor
Oh God! Can we let's give context for that, because that's crazy. I don't. Yeah. oh man!
It's a hot button issue.
Yeah.
It's a what?
A hot button issue, like it's controversial.
Okay.
Which I don't know where they're at now, but I remember they showcased it, I think, in that show.
Yeah. Because that was a while ago, right? 2000s, 2010s.
Yeah, but I think he's like still doing stuff. But do you wanna, or should I say?
Go for it. I'll add in what I can, because I'm not the most educated on it. But
so Mckamey Manor is run by this white guy. It is. I think they named it in the show, and like it has a reputation of being the scariest haunted house in the world.
Okay.
You have to sign a waiver being like, if I die here, I die. Or like they can do anything to me, whatever.
Okay.
It started off more as like a hunt. And he would like film people go through it.
Okay.
And you know, it just kept on going and going. And then it felt like he had to up the ante all the time.
Yeah.
So it ended up getting to a point where it was just basically like torture. They would waterboard you. They would put you like into like a fucking like a morgue, like they would put you in a body bag and put you in the morgue and then like drop you and like just do a whole bunch of shit like. And because I think the thing is like if you make it to the end you get like $20,000 or something.
Yeah, it was not that much for all that.
But no one ever makes it to the end because they might even like start pulling your teeth out or like stuff like that, like torture you basically.
What?
Yeah, like they have like sort of torture. I personally call them torture haunts, but I don't know what the term is.
Yeah.
But they have those around. There's a place called 17th Door, I think, here in LA in Orange County that does something similar, but it's a show. It's more of a show, and they're like the torture is just like zapping you nearby and then like sucking the air out of the room. Anyways, it's crazy. But this place is kind of kept going, like you're saying, kept going too far, and the guy would like make like it turned into just like. I don't know, not like a kink thing,
like
but
a
it was
fetish type. Like he would get
weird.
off of like, because he would film all of these and post them, and like he would like get off of like them going through this. And,
like you would have to like trudge through mud for like an hour, and then like he would like pour bugs on you, and then it's just like there's a line. Obviously, there's a line, but it stopped being like entertainment. It just turned into like torture.
Crazy, but like legal because there's a waiver.
Yes, but like
Kind
even
of,
then
yeah.
it was like there was this YouTube channel that was trying to take him down. They were just annoying him.
Damn. Where was that out? Did you guys?
Ooh, I don't remember.
Like bumfuck middle of nowhere.
Bumfuck middle of nowhere. Well, yeah, that sounds like bumfuck middle of nowhere as shit.
It's literally a horror movie setup right there.
Yeah.
It's very
That's
scary.
crazy.
But it's like there's a lot of hunters that are like, fuck that fool. Like he's giving us like a bad rap. Like that's not what it is.
So
Yeah, let's read the Wikipedia. Let's see what.
I'm checking I'm fact checking the Wikipedia. So it was founded in San Diego.
Oh, bumfuck nowhere.
In 1989.
Yes.
But then in 2014, the guy ended up moving it to Illinois and then Arizona. This is just the Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
And then the original house in San Diego shut down in 2015. And then 2017, he relocated it to Summertown, Tennessee. And then there was a separate location open in Huntsville, Alabama the same year. And I think it's still around.
What?
Yeah, there was these YouTubers that were like trying to like uncover like this whole thing, and they were just like annoying him and like harassing him basically,
Good.
which is like good because he's doing this shit to people. But he has like his like group of fans that like go after like people who are trying to uncover. It's like, kind of like a cult kind of. Yeah.
And there was no $20,000.
There wasn't.
No. The wife said that was a ruse.
Yeah. It's
I feel like this person should be in handcuffs.
yeah,
and
guys.
behind
If you guys
bars.
think that's interesting, go search it up yourself. There's like
Yeah.
tons of videos
I'm
that
about
like
to go
explain
into like.
Yeah, because I don't know too
A
much about it.
rabbit hole.
I just know that it was like really bad.
Yeah,
And
like
it's-
I feel like you would like.
Oh
be
yeah! Wait, one more time. What's it called?
Mckamey Manor.
Mckamey
Yeah.
Manor. Everybody, that's what I'm going to be doing this week.
We're going, guys. I have tickets.
I have tickets.
But sorry, back to actual haunts.
Yeah.
Any questions, Natalia?
No, I mean, because first of all, yes, I am surprised that you said 22 was the first time that you went to like a haunt.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I'm
yeah.
surprised.
So you didn't go to the Bay Area's Halloween haunt
Well,
at
that's
Great America?
I'm glad you brought that up. So I never went to Halloween Haunt at Great America. The actual first haunt I like very first went to, I was about 8 or 9 years old, and it was
Really?
Six Flags Fright Fest up in the Discovery Kingdom in Vallejo, and it traumatized me, and I didn't go back for years.
I feel like everybody growing up was just like, don't go to Six Flags for like horror, like Halloween things because it was too scary. But like haunt was like a balance. I just remember like me in middle school, me and that gold pass.
God, I wish I had it.
What's your story? Because I know you love this too. I mean, you
love
love like
this
love
stuff. Yeah, I
horror
love
movies.
like horror movies and stuff like that. I've been going to Halloween Hunt since like middle school, where I've been. Yes, and my favorite was always like the toy one.
Yeah.
If anybody's from the Bay Area and knows what I'm talking about.
They had a toy one, like a butcher shop or something.
Yeah,
the
and
hospital.
I'm forgetting what they were, but I loved going there. I love going there to Halloween Haunt. I loved the scare zones, like the actors that would come out. Even though I would like scream for my life and kind of like clench my butt cheeks and go through the maze, but it was always like, I don't think I went a single Halloween without going to those from like 8th grade up.
Wow.
7th, 8th grade up. But like over here, it's a little bit too expensive. So that's
it is expensive.
I did try to like go every year while I was out here to like horror nights, but yeah, I love haunts. I hate lines.
Oof, yeah.
I hate the lines. That's one thing I will say.
Scariest part.
The scariest part is the lines. But yeah, my thing to always convince people that are scared is like, I'm always just like, but just think about the design, like the production design.
But 100%. I think that's like the draw of a lot of like theme parks is like step into your favorite movies, right?
Yeah.
Step into your favorite horror movie.
Immersion.
Yeah, like immersion. So I'm always telling people like just like look around and appreciate like what you're walking.
Appreciate
through.
the art and then
appreciate the art and then get scared. Like
I have 2 specific things I also tell people of. I wear earplugs. So bring your earplugs if you've never gone to a haunt. Just it's less aggressive for a newcomer if that's a big thing for you. And
that's a good piece of advice, people.
Yeah. And all the actors are theater kids.
That's literally what my girlfriend said. She was just like, because I was trying to get her to go to horror nights this year, but we both ended up deciding not to go. But she was just like, I don't know, because she doesn't really like horror or like ghosts or anything like that. And she was just like, I think like if I do it, I can do it if I'm just walking through and just remind myself, these are just theater kids. These are just theater kids. These are just theater kids.
The first time I went into a haunted house was like a city haunted house that like was we always have like a Halloween like little festa in my city. Shout out to City of Bell. And I remember going through a maze and I was scared. But then like I think I was recording on my phone, and then they were just like, you can't be recording. Like one of the fucking ghouls was like, you can't be recording.
Hey,
us.
stop that.
Yeah, like hey, stop. And they were like following me, like no, you can't, like don't record. And I was like, you're just a person. You're just a narc.
You're just a narc.
You have a BFA.
But sometimes like, because I know some people who have been scare actors.
Yeah, me too.
And sometimes they're just like, let's like audition and let's like they're holding auditions. Let's go audition. Sometimes I'm like, fuck it, dude. Should I just be like,
honestly, you'd be great.
I feel like it'd be fun, but I feel like how late do they work? Like,
they work
like
till
right.
3.
Like
Yeah.
I could not go to work the next day. Like my actual job.
Yeah, I applaud a lot of the people I know who do scare acting because it is not an easy gig, and I've always wanted to try it, but I don't think I have the stamina, like the physical stamina, to be doing that for hours, a full 8 hours of like the same like. Specifically from the people I know that work at Universal, you're doing the same move out of the same like either little hidey hole or like the same trigger with like an insane costume on.
And
sometimes you
like,
overheat.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of crazy work, and don't touch scare actors.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Don't fucking touch them.
They're actors.
Or
Respect them.
They'll kill you.
Don't touch them. Don't chase them. Don't try and scare them. You look stupid doing it.
I have a question for you. What is your opinion about the shift that, well, I guess this is specifically Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights, that they've done as all these places do with more IP.
Sure.
Right? Like intellectual property. Like now they lean a lot on like established properties to bring in people.
Yeah.
I feel like the origins of Halloween Horror Nights are very much like, let's just do whatever. And like they have like the icons, right? Like with the clown guy, what's his
Jack
name?
the Clown.
Jack the Clown.
And I'll get into the differences too for a little bit about Orlando and Florida's event from what I know. But
yes,
there's a lot of big differences with. But to your question about IP, Hollywood's has always kind of been in that world, which is always cool. And it's like kind of with you knowing that it's like, oh, what movies are they gonna do this year, which is always fun. And they've been getting more opportunities in Hollywood to do more original houses, which is always really cool to see. Like my favorite series they've been doing has actually been the Latin American Monster series this past 3 years. They've been calling the Monstrous Houses, and the first one was a selection they did. I'm trying to remember what they were. it was like a vampire and like an owl witch and El Cibon, the bone collector. There's a lot of cool stuff. And then they did a second one last year with a few different creatures. And this year they're doing like a ghosts one with La Llorona is back. She's a fan favorite. That house from a few years ago is generally one of the scariest houses I've ever been in. It's frightening. But she's back in the monstrous house this year with a few other like witches and ghouls, the brujas. But they're those are some of the few originals that Hollywood does, but they mostly rely on their IPs, which is, again, it's being in Hollywood, you're at the studio, it's like, oh, that makes sense, it's cool.
Yeah.
Orlando's obviously has the same, they get the same slate of IPs from like a marketing standpoint, but they have a lot more freedom for their original houses out there, which is really cool. I got to go out there back in Labor Day when they opened their event. For this year. So I've been doing this for a month, almost 2 months now. But
crazy.
My favorite house out there is called El Artista Spanish Haunting. And it's this gorgeous, like almost think like the Haunting of Hill House meets the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. And it's this stunningly designed house that you go through this mansion, and it's this artist, he's the icon of this year's name. His name's Sergio, and he's kind of losing it in his like creepy old mansion while all of his paintings start coming to life and like messing with him, and they're all ghosts. And it's at least for me, it checks off a lot of boxes of things I like. But they got a lot of cool stuff out there. They have something called Galkin Monsters of the North, which is like Norse mythology, like creatures and like monsters, and
interesting,
like a wicker man burning.
I love culture.
Yeah, they whenever they do cultural mazes actually around for Hollywood Horror Nights, they do a lot of really cool stuff. But they have that out there in Orlando. They have a Dolls maze actually in Orlando this year as well, which is really cool. They had a goblin maze last year, which was medieval and was very silly. I absolutely loved that one. But they got to have a lot more fun with, just because of their space and their budget. They get to do a little bit more original stuff. But one of my favorite places that does all original houses is Not Scary Farm. They're like, again, we mentioned they were the first kind of major Halloween event in the United States, but all their houses are original, so they can tie in kind of whatever they want theme wise. Some of them tie into the park's lore. They have one called Origins Curse of Calico, which is a haunted house that matches with the like ghost town that's already in the park. And there's established lore about like Sarah Marshall, the Green Witch, who looks like Elphaba from Wicked, and like how she cursed the town of Calico after they botched her hanging, and everyone turns into like these monsters, which are out in the street when you enter the park. That's the scary zone that's attached to it. Or what is it? They have the Goring 20s, which is like scary 1920s, and there's a house that pairs with that. But they have a lot of great Knots. I love for their original houses a lot, and you just get, there's a very wide range, at least with the two major events that you can see.
I think as a creative person, I think I like the creative houses more. Me never have gone, but they just sound like a lot more fun and like interesting than like, I feel like what I've seen from the IP houses, sometimes it's kind of like not half-assed, but like they're kind of just like relying on the IP a little bit too much.
Yeah, it depends on where you're going. I definitely think Orlando has the upper hand scenic wise, because again, they get more stuff out there, which is really cool. So they can do a lot more with their IPs, like what is it? Stranger Things, for instance, was last year or 2 years ago, maybe I think 2 years ago, and they had a lot more space to do a lot of cool like Vecna stuff with the tentacles from season 4, and we didn't really get that much out here. Not that was bad, but it was they were a lot more limited out here, space just from a space perspective. But they have certain things they got to meet with IPs, and
part of the business.
It's nice. It would be nice to see more of like a little bit of balance, because now that Alan's bringing that up, I'm like, wait, you're right. It's like mostly IP, and like original houses and stuff like that. I feel like I'm a big fan of, because again, like the way that I tell everybody is like, go for like the design, like the production design, but not only that, but like the costume and the makeup design. Yeah, like I was obsessed, and I still do watch the show Face Off.
Yes,
like
they used to do a maze of Face Off years ago.
Oh my god,
like
I love Face Off. Like that was my favorite show growing up, and then I binged it when I was in college. Like when Alan and I were living together, I would always watch Face Off, and then I think I've watched it while living with Milena too.
That's a great show. I missed that. I haven't seen it in a while.
Oh, you should watch it. It's if you guys haven't seen it, it's like a special effects makeup show, and it's so good.
So creative too.
It's so creative too. So I feel like I'm also. I think I find myself being a little bit more of a fan of like the original ones. Yeah. Although I do appreciate a good IP every now and then.
Yeah, sometimes it hits, and you're like, oh my god, it's one of my favorite. Like I actually whipped out my haunt ranking list so far this year because I keep track of these, and so the people that I'm friends with also do as well. But I said El Artista from Orlando was my favorite out there, but my second favorite was their Five Nights at Freddy's maze this year. Ooh. And it's not the scariest thing in the world, but it's so well put together, and the puppets are like Jim Henson puppets, and they're so imposing and really, and it's funny. It's just so funny to see that after being a fan of the game. So I think that's like, you have your IPs that hit like that, and Terrifier was this year, so very gory, lots of blood. But then you get stuff like out in Orlando, another original was called Hatchet and Chains Demon Bounty Hunters, which was a play from a room in another house last year that was called Slaughter Cinema, where it was like a collection of like crazy, gory, creepy movies. And they picked that out and made it into a whole maze, which was really cool. And it was like Old West meets like Demon Hunters.
Wow.
So it was very cool. But yeah, the originals are always more fun, I think.
Yeah, the originals are super cool.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how much time we got?
We're at 112.
Okay. Last topic before we leave, which isn't really about theme parks or anything. It's just about Halloween. Do you guys feel like Halloween is less of a thing now than when we were kids? Which isn't, I'm not trying to be like, when I was a kid, but I feel like there was a point, even like when, like back then, right? Like it just feels like less of an event. Do you guys feel that way?
I feel like I'm noticing,
and like Christmas too, maybe.
Yeah, like less kids out in the street.
Less kids out too. You're right.
Yeah, even like when I live, because obviously like where we are now is like apartments and stuff like that. But like even when I was living back in the Bay, we would go to my Nino's house for Halloween instead of like each like family member setting up. We would go there, and then like I remember just every year seeing less and less kids trick-or-treating, and I'm like, guys, what about the traditions?
Yeah,
it's free candy, but I guess like so many paranoid parents were just like, somebody put a razor in your like Reese's,
which is stupid. I feel like I've heard that people be scared. I've never heard of that. Why would you put a razor in there?
I'm like, and also
just
don't
silly.
eat open candy just if it's just because I feel silly.
I feel silly. Put a little razor in there.
Put a little razor in there.
I'm gonna play against you guys, and I would genuinely say that I disagree.
Really?
At least from what I do, because I'm so in it. I'm a little overwhelmed right now. It's very schedule heavy, but yeah, I definitely think I've felt that way though in the past, especially once I moved out here the first year or so. And I realized as an adult, it was like, oh, I'm only going to be able to get this feeling or like fun vibe back if I just do it myself. So and surrounding myself with people that really enjoy it. So a lot of that for Halloween at least is, I don't go, obviously I haven't gone trick-or-treating in years, but that's moved into haunt events and just going as many as possible. And just finding those little pockets, and like I love doing a movie night on Halloween. Sometimes for Halloween, every other year for Halloween, I'll just stay at home by myself watching scary movies with all my decor on, and it's really a cool vibe. Mostly just again curating it for myself. To the trick or treating of it all, I live in Burbank and on Magnolia. That place is packed every Halloween with a million families, and every house is decked out with like a maze or really cool decor. So look over there if you don't try and park over there, but it's very cool.
Well, I guess my thing was like media wise. I guess like it was fed to us more than now you have to like seek it out is what it feels like.
Definitely, yeah.
But like
catalogs that would get sent
yes,
to your home.
100%. Those catalogs. And my thing, I think the reason why I think it feels less like that is because of the decline of cable.
Totally.
Like I remember just even if I didn't go out and seek out Halloween, it was always on TV with the commercials. Like the reason why I thought of this was like the Halloween Horror Nights commercials would always pop up on our screen.
31
like,
Days of Halloween, ABC Family.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Disney Channel made a huge thing, and like all the commercials were Halloween, like all the products were Halloween, and you would see it in these commercials, and the shows had Halloween specials. And I feel like it's just less of that, which is, I'm a huge fan of cable. I find cable so comforting. I love the idea of not having to like sift through billions of options and maybe just like 25 options. What am I going to watch today?
I've come around to cable recently.
Yeah.
But that, I mean, especially as like a community sort of thing to talk about. In the same way that like with cable, everyone can talk about a TV show that is having a regular run. It's like when you see commercials for that, for like Halloween or for Christmas too, it puts you in the season. And I think just without that, especially with social media and how advertising is on phones now, it's less curated to that. So again, like I said, you have to seek it out, which I've had success in doing that.
You've had success, but I miss just sitting and being wow.
Yeah.
Tis the season.
That Party City commercial where the babies double laugh at the end of the poll.
Yeah. Thriller. Oh my God.
I saw that. They came up in my feed the other day. And I was like brought me into it. I feel the season now.
I feel the season.
Whenever when it's really late and I'm up and I'm just scrolling on my phone, I get that. That's my nostalgia. I get all these like commercials from back in the day, and I just find them so comforting. I don't know. I love marketing. So I love these commercials, but like, I don't know. There's something about putting something on TV and knowing that you're watching the same thing with thousands of other people at the same time and experience this at the same time.
Togetherness.
Yes, we're getting too isolated.
Community. This is the America that we want.
Let's get a thumbnail.
We have to post that for a thumbnail. Ready?
This is the America that we want. Exactly. This is the America that we fight for.
You know what? I'm going to run for president and I'm going to say, let's bring back cable. Every single house in the world in the U.S. is going to have cable.
Hell yeah.
And it's going to be called Allen Cable. And you guys are going to be fed messages. It's
Allen Cable runs the world.
Allen TV.
Allen TV will be the number one person in charge of media.
Did you hear? Allen put on a show. He's allowing us to watch something new.
Like, okay, you guys can watch this.
And it's just 30 minutes of me like doing like a dance, doing the floss.
Oh my goodness. It's just hand-me-down podcast though.
Stream this to everyone.
Just different
Our president's
episodes.
a podcaster. God.
No, not too far off.
Well, yeah.
I won't go down that road. But,
That's another episode.
Hey.
So.
Yeah, we didn't get spooky that way.
That's spooky. The world is spooky enough. Let's enjoy Halloween.
Exactly.
You know what? You're right.
else.
Yeah,
You're
I want
right.
fun spooky.
Yeah.
And we did have a lot of fun spooky moments today. So we want to say thank you, D'Angelo, for joining us.
It was a great conversation.
It was a great conversation. We hope that you guys enjoyed. And then once again, you can find D'Angelo's improv team. Well, do you want to give him a shout out, like the Instagram?
Yeah, can I give out my little plug?
Yes,
things?
give like yourself.
I'm on Instagram a lot, unfortunately. But, you can find me on Instagram at D'Angelo1260, I believe is my handle.
We'll put it down in the description below.
Yeah, I have a art account as well where I post a lot of work and like scenic design work and just art as well. But yeah, you can find me doing that. I do improv around LA, so come catch a show with I have Small Town Mayor and super cool among other teams. We do a lot of musical shows like Wednesdays and Fridays on the weekends. Currently wrapping up a season of our show Sing Out Louisa at Upright Citizens Brigade, which is very fun, and we'll see what happens with that in the future as of recording this. So who knows? Maybe I'll keep doing the show. But you can find me there, and you can find me at haunts around LA. I went to Horror Nights last night.
Really?
Yeah, I was there from midnight to 2 just because my friend wanted to go and I have a pass. So like, yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
So that's me. Thank you guys for having me.
Of course.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for being here. And then we do close out our episodes with the Latino Artist Rec of the Week,
nice.
Which I have. I didn't write it, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I know off the top of my head. But okay. So my Latino artist recommendation of the week is going to be rap duo Fantasmas. Ooh. So Fantasmas, if they look or sound familiar to you, they're actually 2 members from the rap group that we shouted out a couple years ago. Chroma. But Chroma has unfortunately broken up. But nevertheless, 2 of the members from Chroma decided to make their own rap duo called Fantasmas. And they have just been hitting it. Like, they have been releasing singles every now and then. I believe they are going to have an album out very, very soon. And I'm super excited for it. I've tuned every time I see like their stories post. I'm like, did they post the album? So,
when is it coming out?
I'm like, when is it coming out? And they have just like these really fun songs that like, I could just see. It's just like I could see a music video in my head. Hit us up.
Coachella, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. So I mean, they're friends of the show. They've been on the show. They've been on the podcast.
Great people.
Great people from Texas. Shout out Texas. We love Texas.
Yeah.
Well, we love Texas musicians.
We love Texas culture like that.
Yeah, we love Texas musicians.
We love Texas Latinos.
Yeah, shout out. Shout out to you guys.
Shout out Texas Latinos. But yeah, so definitely please go check it out, especially if you did like our Chroma recommendation. Check these guys out, give them some love, and just like I feel it in my bones. They're gonna be big.
Nice.
But yeah, so that's my Latino artist recommendation of the week.
And with that, we have reached the end of the episode again. D'Angelo, thank you very much for joining us. Fantastic conversation. And we will... Wait, do you want to say the last word? And it can be any word. It can be dog.
Cat.
Grateful.
Aww. With that, we will leave you guys to it. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.